Hello fishers, here we are once again, weekly fishing report, and yeah, we're smiling because it's all happening. Very happy with it at the moment. Been a bit on the blowy side, a little bit on the windy side, but the reports are flowing in thick and fast in some areas. Still getting good report from Dartmouth Dam. Got a report this morning saying that the water daphne's gone from about 45 odd feet where the trout were down rigging. They were catching most of them. Now they're up to about 25 odd feet, but you'll get them from that down to 45, so lead line or down riggers are going to be your best option. That's what they're feeding on. Early morning, late afternoon, I reckon give the old flatlining a trial. But try the yellow wing lures, something green with a bit of a yellow wing. That seems to work really well when they're feeding on that water daphne. That's worth the effort. Still getting a few yabbies out of there. Hasn't fired yet, but it's not bad. All the streams down in the Vic area, very, very good. Everybody's smiling about that. Very pleased with it. Hume Weir, some good numbers of redfin, a lot of small stuff, some really decent sized ones amongst them, and a few yellows, a few cod, that sort of thing. So it's happy days down there. Got a few reports from Mulwala. It's producing cod, not exceptional numbers or anything like that. A few reasonable ones, quite a few small ones, that sort of thing. Not as good as normal, but it's not bad. Certainly worth a drive down there at the moment. So, you know, go down and chase a cod, you might get lucky. But if you want to get lucky, go to the Murrumbidgee River. Holy dooly, dynamite. Absolutely crazy. You know, keep in mind, every day is going to be a bit different at the moment. Here a couple of days ago, the water temperature was 18.8 degrees, now it's down to 16.9. That's going to put them off for a little bit. They'll get used to it and then they'll start to fire up again. It's clear enough to lure fish. By all means, go and chuck a few lures around. Spinnerbaits in particular, number one, do the job. Doesn't really matter what colour. You know, I'm sure you've got your own theories about that. Getting plenty on bait though, and some real nice sized fish. Getting a few 80 pluses and quite a few 60s, 50s, that sort of thing, and a lot of little ones too, obviously. But yeah, we're in heaven here. We've got all the good fishing around us. Doesn't matter whether it's downstream or upstream from Wagga, downstream's more consistent. Chimman River's high, hard to fish. I'd be drifting a worm with a reasonable size sinker, but it's got to roll the bottom, so I bet a size 0 or a size 1 ball would do the job, I reckon. Or soft plastics, about a 2.5 inch plastic, and up the size of the jig head a little bit as far as weight goes. You'll cover that fast water. And the Yakimuto spoons, cannot beat them up there. They're fantastic, I can tell you, especially when it's running a banker like this. Blowering Dam, some nice reddies coming out of it. There has been a few cod, but there's a fair bit of time between them, and a few yellows obviously as well, on the troll or on the cast, it doesn't matter. Been a couple of meteries over, a bit over a metre actually off the bank for the old chicken hits, so it's certainly worth the effort now. Yabbies, probably as good as anything, to be honest with you, but they are catching some nice reddies and a few yellows right up in the shallows, walking the bank. By the way, at the Hume Weir, walking the bank down there, casting of an evening, a lot of redfin, some nice yellow belly too, right in close, so that's another thing worth considering. The same as Blowering, seems to be the same sort of thing happening. Haven't got any great reports out of Talbingo, few fish out of there, and that's about all. Eucabene's quieting down a little bit, Tentangra has a bit, but they are catching enough to get up there and get excited about it. Certainly worth the effort. Some amazing reports from Wangler, really happy with that. Some really good quality cod, a few yellows, that sort of thing. Burrinjuck's a bit on the tough side, it's not going crazy, but there's some reasonable yellows coming out. Right up near Good Hope, Tamus Bridge, that area seems to be about the best area there. Some quality yellows, fair few redfin, and the odd cod coming out of it as well. And Burrendong, yeah, a bit on the slow side. Windermere, a few cod, but not many yellows coming out of there. So as you can see, we have got heaps around us, and there's some activity on the south coast. But you know, listen to the ABC fishing report Saturday morning. We'll give you a rundown on the south coast. That's about 6:30 till about 7. We give you a rundown on that. If not, give us a tingle at the shop, and I'll give you a rundown on the south coast. This is the Compleat Anglers Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.